Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
Hello everyone and welcome to LIU here in Brooklyn. I'm Sam Lopresti for Game in Frame. We apologize for the delay in the start of our matchup. This game that you can see here that was preceding ours has run long. But we are glad that you have joined us here for this matchup between Brooklyn United and CFC North. BKU tied atop this table of the ECNL Northeast North Division. They are in a dead heat with 6 points as well as a +4 goal differential. CFC North right behind them in the standings. These standings, by the way, have gone by win percentage and not by points. As you can see, there are a couple of things scattered everywhere. CFC has only played one match so far this season, winning that. We will be, I'm not entirely certain how far they are from full time on this game that's preceding us, but we will have the action for you as soon as we start up. So stay here with us on Game in Frame and the Game in Frame YouTube channel for all of the action.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together. I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game in Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Welcome back to Long Island University, everybody. We've switched camera positions. We have a little bit of a better range of view on the field. BKU and CFC North about ready to get underway. Finally, the age group game that was right behind this one ran quite a bit long, and then the teams were afforded a little bit of time to warm up on the field. But we are about ready. Here we go, two of the remaining perfect teams in the division. BKU, Western United, and CFC, who have only played one match. It will be North to start us off. And off we go. BKU in the usual all whites. All the pale blue for CFC North. That was Quentin Smith, who came close to making one heck of a start. Now Dagan Waring loses it, but right back. And they'll reset it. Daniel Castellanos. I should have pronounced that much better than on the first try, especially given certain baseball teams I follow. Castellanos again. Hugging the sideline, William Diamond. Now they're gonna send it back around again. Castellanos, another touch early. Orson Doggart, a little bit too high for Bruno Spampinato. And CFC North are going to back this all the way up. Both teams with goalkeepers wearing purple tonight. As Diamond harrying his man out. Comes off him last. That is way in the air. Poked into some space. Otis O'Brien with a big kick clear. And now BKU. This one sprayed out for Quincy Strauss-Figueroa. What a bounce that took. That just hung in the air. Looked like it was going to go out for sure. Was off Strauss-Figueroa's foot just at the end. And now it's going to go back BKU's way. Spampinato trying to chest it down. Doggart. Doggart with Strauss-Figueroa for help. It's going to stay here. Diamond. That is a little bit too strong by Dagan Waring. CFC North will bring it back. Under the lights, fully under the lights tonight. If you're having trouble seeing the lines on the field, you're not alone. It's hard to see even from field level. They're drawn in a dark blue that clashes quite horribly with the field itself. Into the middle. Spompanato trying to hold it up. BKU still controlling in the early stages. Doggart, though, a little bit lax there, but Castellanos was there to prevent any counterattack. Castellanos retrieves his own ball. I'm going to back it up. Doggart bringing it across. Now forward. Smith. Castellanos. Smith has moved around a little bit.
Keep it in front of you, Reed.
Nice ball forward. Smith. Gabe Schurter. That pass didn't quite get there. Good tackle by Doggart. Header won by O'Brien. That ball goes through and it will roll harmlessly towards the corner. And Aiden Duff touches the ball for the first time in the match. O'Brien going long, Spompanato. That is too much to ask. Good play there by Diamond, intercepting the switch. Now he's going to run out on the sideline. Control just a little bit off. That's a play by Doggart. Now Diamond backing it up to Castellanos. Castellanos again, trying to find his teammate. But the pressure still keeping it here. Now here is Waring. Spompanato out wide, not where he wants to be, and he loses it. Left it behind there, but North just unable to hold the ball for more than a second or two. That's Schurter getting it back quickly. Staggart. Good ball there. Smith. Quentin Smith. Quentin Smith. Waring. Strauss-Figueroa flicks it through. Not quite. Hurried clearance. Diamond keeps it in. That is going to be North's ball. And that is Strauss-Figueroa who takes it. Waring just unable to pick it out. And Duff out to actually make something happen for the first time. That is a good ball by Doggart. Or sorry, that was Waring. Schurter keeps him tight to the line, forces the turnover. Good chest pass down by Spompanato. Doggart backing it up. Waring losing that one, but O'Brien recovers, and now they reset. Strauss-Figueroa stays with it. Nice play. Waring. Out to the far side. Schurter. Spompinato. A lot of ball dominance here for BKU, but it hasn't turned into much in the way of shooting. That's got to be what happens next for them. Here's Waring in traffic. Tries to put Spompinato through. Just a bit too much. And we've got a stoppage here. And it looks like a player on CFC North has got a he's got a bloody lip is what's going on. So he's got to come off. It's either a lip or a nose. So he has been replaced rightly. And is shoulder to shoulder. Hard contact there. Diamond stays with it. First time CFC North have really had a sustained amount of touches in the BKU end, and when you consider the fact that that took only about 30 seconds before it came back across, it shows you just how much United are dominating the possession. Castellanos, a little bit short there, kept in. This is going to be just a little bit too much. Aiden Duff was a little bit caught in two minds about that. It ended up going somewhere pretty safe. Now a shot, and that is a goal! CFC North completely against the run of play. Taking the lead 1-0. Kind of thing that can happen to you when you don't take your chances. 12 minutes in. CFC North lead after having barely touched the ball in their opponent's half. Plenty of time for BKU to respond. Daggert.
Second ball. Good.
Daggert comes in hard. Comes out with it. Smith.
Good.
Castellanos. O'Brien.
Don't get pulled out, Garrett.
That's Dagan Waring. Bringing it out for Schurter. Waring. Carrying through. Strauss-Figueroa. Smith left it behind. Diamond. Waring trying the quick flick. This is dangerous. A little bit of a mistake there, but O'Brien went through and came up hobbling a tiny bit. CFC North already with one smash and grab. Here is Strauss-Figueroa. under pressure and mishit that, looking for Dagan Waring. That is a nice crossfield ball headed down. Castellanos now an open shot, and it's deflected, and it's in again. And BKU very suddenly find themselves down by a pair. Two goals in 3 minutes for CFC North. Both of them very much against the run of play. That last one was a tough one. Aiden Duff, if that ball had come through cleanly, he probably had it covered, but that deflection took it over him just the tiniest bit. North's keeper out to claim this one. Quentin Smith was the one chasing. And in the blink of an eye,
Will, don't release yet!
BKU have given up about as many goals as exactly as many goals as they had given up all season up to this point. They are missing some players today, but they've still got some real talent on that field. Schurter. All the way back up. Castellanos. O'Brien deciding to bomb forward. Recovers it. And he's going to draw a foul there. And now BKU can try to scratch one back from the set piece. They've got some good targets up there. Doggart headed across. What a save! CFC North escaping from that set piece. First shot on target today for BKU, and that's going to be a corner.
Hey, everyone back on this. Read.
Statement of intent there to say,
Play in front of you. Cut out the 6.
we can do this. In the 18th minute now. And Noam Ulster mishit that badly. He's going to bring it back in though. Brought down, still blocked. And now another one by Diamond, and it curled too much. Again though, close, coming closer. Felt kind of inevitable. At the beginning. And now Norther picking up their first set piece. BKU warming up a couple of subs. Over to our right where their bench is. Doesn't get past the first man. Strauss Figueroa can't take it away. stays in the attacking third. That's thumped clear. And Strauss-Figueroa jumps it. Goalkeeper all the way out. But it just spins wide. That would have been an incredible goal for Quincy Strauss-Figueroa. Great job to keep the pressure up. Goalkeeper all the way out. His pass to his teammate a little bit nonchalant. And Strauss-Figueroa had the goal gaping, had to take it perhaps a little earlier than he wanted to, though. And the spin on that just bringing it outside the post. Castellanos.
Squeeze the midfield front too. Squeeze the midfield.
United absolutely have the power in the attack to make a game of this, but you would want that to be, you'd want that comeback to start sooner rather than later. They've had a couple of chances in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Strauss-Figueroa there, that shot that was saved out of the scrum. Here is Quentin Smith. Smith fighting. Smith tried to bring that across the mouth of goal, but he had had his angle shut down hard. That one goes up. O'Brien hits that one out. Strauss-Figueroa almost won that. It's headed down. Now trying to go long again. This is not going to stay in for North's attack. O'Brien.
Tighter, Blue, tighter! Get passing lanes, Garrett.
Diamonds.
Good. Come on. Put up the six.
Recovers.
Gavin, squeeze it.
Doggart.
Gavin, when he gets
Just a
wide,
little
put
bit
up the six.
behind Quentin Smith.
It's going to help. Because we're outnumbered.
Schurter.
Essentially. We need that.
That's a good play there by Orson Doggart.
Play in front of you. Double it up. Double it up.
Strauss-Figueroa. Bad control there by Waring, but he stays with it. Almost picked out Smith there. Last second touch defensively. That's going to get whacked out over into the trainer's area.
Will, closer to Andrew.
Castellanos.
Move with the ball, guys. Get across, Gavin. Nothing splits you.
Down the line, Spompinato. Shoulder to shoulder. Doggart able to poke it away, and again. Smith. Smith, we know he can dribble in traffic. Smith, that's saved! And jumped on at the end with Strauss-Figueroa lurking. And another good press by Strauss-Figueroa, who intercepts that. Can he keep it? Towards the corner. And that's going to be a throw-in. Quentin Smith denied by the keeper. We know he can do some pretty special things. About this time, it was this time last year that He scored a goal that ended up being the game and frame goal of the month for April of 2025. Danced around a few defenders to score that one. And O'Brien misread where his man was on that one. That's a foul, and that's a foul throw, and that's a problem with the and the referee wasn't quite sure what was going on there. The assistant had signaled for the foul throw, and we are going to have an en masse change here for CFC North. North, who lead this game 2-0 off of 2 smash and grab goals. BKU has dominated possession tonight. They've had a couple of really good opportunities. Been denied by the keeper twice. And then Strauss-Figueroa just missing that open goal. Schurter pokes that away. "20 minutes to go in this half. Spompanato. Strauss-Figueroa trying to bring that for Spompanato. It was a little behind him. That was a good play, but he left it behind there, and Doggert's going to get whistled for a foul. Aiden Duff has not been under a lot of pressure. These 2 goals just against the run of play. That ball getting flung into the box easy for Duff. He'll just roll it out for Castellanos. North have made it a little bit more even in the midfield play over the last couple of minutes, but United still very much the ones in control. That is Waring looking for Spompanato. Strauss-Figueroa! What a bolt! Quincy Strauss-Figueroa with a rocket! And it's 2-1. And in the 28th minute, the game is back on. Talked about Quentin Smith and his goal of the month last year here. That's got a decent shot at making the nominees for this one. What a bolt that was. Like I said, that is Duff, strong punch. And that is wailed away. Strauss-Figueroa trying to scoop that for Diamond. Hit it a little too hard. William Wallard has come into the game for BKU, their first sub. Strauss-Figueroa looking for Smith. That was a clearance that turned into something pretty good for CFC North. Castellanos couldn't quite get it. Now he's running straight at Duff, and it's a good save by Duff. Castellanos freezes it on the line and gets it out to Smith, who flicks it out to himself, and he's going to get taken out. And a yellow card out. Good save there by Aiden Duff to keep this match at 2-1. Through the middle, Wallard. Here's Smith! Game on!
Get the ball! And let's go!
On the half hour. It's Q squared for Brooklyn United. Quincy Strauss-Figueroa, Quentin Smith. And all that dominance in possession finally starting to pay. That one didn't stay in for Noam Ulster. More powerful runs. Castellanos. Schurter. Smith. A quick-fired double by CFC North to get ahead. They scored twice in 3 minutes. United said, we'll do you one better, 2-2. This one lofted forward. That pressure has started to unravel CFC North a little bit. Diamond. Into Dig and Waring. Tackled off of him at the last second. Doggart couldn't keep it. Wallard coming in with a head of steam. Strauss-Figueroa. Hagen Waring poking it out of play. We have had a lot happen here in this first half, and there's still 15 minutes left in it as that ball comes right to our camera position. Doggart. Waring, and that is going to be reset. Diamond. Inside, Waring. Waring trying to switch. Good play. Ulster cuts inside a little too hard. Possession retained by Schurter. It's going to be a throw. Castellanos. Doggart. Wallard Trying to bring that in for Ulster. Haven't heard much from Ulster, but it's not to do with ineffective play from him. It's just that a lot of the attacks have been brought up on this near side of the field as offside is the call against Wallard.
Like this kid gets it here, turns, and then stretches his house. That can't happen. You gotta shift harder. Central, come in though.
It's a chilly night. Current temperature 55. Feels a bit less than that with the wind, although we're mostly sheltered from it here, at least on two sides. Waring. Waring, Schurter. Smith trying to dummy it forward. Here's Smith. Waring pushes through traffic. Is cleared away from Ulster. Nice move there. Good tackle to keep the ball away from Strauss-Figueroa. And now North with a man on the other side, and they do it again. Another smash and grab. Just when it looked like BKU were taking total control. So, CFC North back on top 3-2, despite having hardly any of the possession. Ulster will try to deliver this one better than he did his last. There is a whole lot of time for a whole lot more fireworks to go. That's a header just wide. Is Dagan Waring. They're trying to just get the ball behind BKU. That's when they have foul called there against Castellanos. Looked pretty good to me. BKU are trying to make a substitution. And finally, the referee in the center. It'll be Noam Ulster who steps away. North, it's cleared out. Recovered though. Immediately, the substitute Paxton Bowdenbacker comes on. Another good ball! That one flashes wide, and the flag was up anyway.
Drop off, Reed. Left shoulder, Reed.
Bringing that one up. Doggart.
Tuck in, Hayes. Don't get split. Don't let him play forward.
Here is Diamond.
Move with him.
Doggart again. Trying to lift that one for Strauss-Figueroa. Waring. And Waring stepped on the ball. And a throw in is the result.
Get with Hayes. Get Hayes.
A little bit more than 5 minutes to go until the half. We're at a scoreline that would already be pretty remarkable. That ball went straight up into the air. Not the best hit from O'Brien. That is cleared by Castellanos. And Duff will finally come and claim that.
Drop off.
Castellanos.
Noah, shake.
This is a scoreline that would be indicative of a great game at full time, and here we are 5 minutes from the half, already with 5 goals. Feels like the energy is flagging just a tiny bit for BKU. You wonder if a couple of more changes might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, midfield. Get your shape right.
Problem is they don't have a whole ton of players available today. That ball well off.
Hey, back press with purpose. Come on, we gotta get at the ball.
Jacob Zuniga is, I think, the only other player that's available right now that hasn't already come on. They are short guys like Alpha Koulibaly and Eric Sko today. That's picked up by the keeper as they try to roll it along. Backed up. Backed up by North. That is mishit by Diamond. O'Brien across to at least scramble it out for a throw. Ball is trapped behind some equipment, I think. Now they're going to take the throw in. Ooh, that was close to being a foul throw. First time North had a foul throw was because the player misidentified the lines. But that one looked like the throw-in taker had his foot just a little bit over the line. Here's Castellanos.
Stay together, front two.
Lots of time to go in this match. Not so much the half anymore, though. Here's Smith. Smith trying to get a return from Wallard. That got it. He got it into the box, which is impressive. Kept in by North. But that's just up the sideline, and we have a change for BKU again. Jacob Zuniga onto the field for Will Diamond. Wallard. Ooh, that was a good ball across the mouth of the goal, and it almost got spilled. Poked into the middle. There's some open space there. Sko. Sorry, that's Schurter, not Sko. Sko is not here. And that shot is wide.
Andrew, closer to Garrett. Come on.
Zuniga, first touch.
Keep your position, Andrew, in midfield. Pass him on, Garrett. Keep the ball
Zuniga.
in front of us.
He'll drop it back. O'Brien, looking long.
Second ball.
Waring, flicks the header up. That was a poor header defensively. Doggart. He loses it, and now they're going to run again. And another one, and this one is wide. BKU just letting that
Good ball, Reed.
man leak out the backside on those counterattacks. And it has led to so many problems
Keep it tight.
in a game where if you were to watch it without a scoreboard, you'd think they'd really have things in hand, but they've been leaving that counterattack open, and CFC North have been saying thank you guys. And that's going to be the half. Well, nothing exciting about those 45 minutes. Couple of quick fire goals for both sides, and then another smash and grab counterattack by CFC North 9 minutes from time. Quentin Smith and Quincy Strauss-Figueroa, the goal scorers for BKU. They trail by a goal halfway home here at LIU. It is CFC North 3, BKU 2. We expect some pretty fun action in the second half, so stay with us.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Long Island University. A really entertaining match in the ECNL Northeast North Division. That is has a ring of the Department of Redundancy Department. But a very exciting first half. CFC North leading Brooklyn United by a score of 3-2. United have had command for most of proceedings, but they have allowed some rocket counterattacks. We are waiting, I believe, for the referee from return from using the facilities.
It's a very close area where you don't want to get any of it in the middle. You know what I mean? So each wrap, do those super things. Like I'd say, like give it
are just about ready to start this second half. We also need a ball. That would be pretty essential. Bruno Spampinato is back on the field for BKU, but that seems to be the only change at the half. CFC North with 2 goals in 3 minutes early in the first half. Quincy Strauss-Figueroa and Quentin Smith responded to those with 2 goals in 2 minutes. Midway through, Spampinato chasing this one. He's going to get shielded off it, though. Then another one of those backside counters getting behind the line for North led to the goal that currently is the decisive one.
Stay in midfield. Yeah, stay in midfield. Chase, you're with him. Chase, come on, come on.
Smith.
Chase, if he's pressing, you get the next guy. Now move with the ball. Move with the ball. Right shoulder. Get inside of him, Chase.
Now moving upfield.
Hey, Will.
That is blasted out. Quentin. That's something that you don't want to hear from BKU. Quentin Smith.
Come on, cut that out, Hayes. Back track. Hayes, cut out the 6. Let him play back. You know what I mean?
Going to back that up a little bit. Schroeder will play it short to start. Something you don't want to hear if you're BKU. Quentin Smith was just right in front of us talking with his coaches, saying that he had felt like he had tweaked something. That's a good play there by Waring. Smith, we'll see if he can move like he usually does. So far, so good. The only reason he couldn't run with that was because the defender came across. Schroeder. It's going to be backed all the way up to Otis O'Brien. Smith. Schroeder. Moving inside. Spampinato did not have the control there, mostly because he had a defender draped over him. Like we said, BKU with plenty of firepower to turn this game around. Doggart. O'Brien. Schroeder. Schroeder through one. Smith.
Bring your feet down sooner.
Knocked out by North. And that time it is off of Dagan Waring.
Hey, sometimes the 6 is dropping deep, so it's 3 versus 2. Don't press him. Press the right or the left side.
Throw in one quickly. That's a good play there by Paxton Boudenbacher. Zuniga couldn't keep it in there.
Move to the ball, Garrett. Second ball.
Into the middle. North can't keep it. Spompanato trying to force his way around. Kept inside, and a foul is going to be called there. Only one booking in this match. It belongs to one of the players on CFC North. They'll take this short. And that's a good play by Dagan Waring. Smith a little short trying to find Spompanato. It is BKU's ball. Gabe Schurter dancing with a foul throw as well. Smith puts that one outside, headed away. Dagan Waring was lurking. That was an accurate cross. Schurter trying to put it in again. That one repelled. Schurter gets fouled right near the end line. This is going to be a shorter corner. And an early set piece here in the second half. Maybe can try to level this game up again. It's going to be Schurter to take it. Schurter, near post. It was repelled by the defense. Spompanato was the one there. Now we have a corner. Doggart goes back post, trying to flip it in. Spompanato letting it bounce. Spompanato! No call there, probably a good no call. Strauss-Figueroa comes out with it, trying to dribble through a crowd. And then it's lost for a second by Zuniga. Audenbacher preventing anybody from running with it. Spompanato was down in the box on that last sequence. It looked like he was brought down fairly.
If we retain possession, then you can open up.
Spompanato. And he is called for a handball. This first half shaping up a lot like the second half, shaping up a lot like the first. That's a good flick there. And another one for CFC North. They're back up by 2. You feel for Aiden Duff because the defense is just letting guys get a free run at him. He's been pretty well stranded on all of these goals. And he had that one that was the second CFC North goal that might have been stopped had the ball not deflected. Spompanato trying to get it into the middle. Header. It is thumped clear. Duff moves it out to Zuniga. Doggart. Baudenbacher. And that is almost a disastrous switch. But O'Brien Digs his teammate out. Now the clock becomes an enemy. Down again by 2. That ball into the box. This is Baudenbacher, a little bit high. Bring it in quickly. Sorry, that was Orson Doggart, my mistake on that.
Hey, that's well done, Blue.
It's the hair.
Andrew, organize us. Drop us off, get us tight.
10 minutes into the second half.
Kevin!
And CFC North again with a goal against the run of play.
Drop. Make them come at us. Deeper, Gavin, deeper.
Zuniga. Castellanos.
Stay there.
Trying to move that towards Dagan Waring. Good job by Baudenbacher there. North managed to get themselves through there. O'Brien across to deny the striker. Strauss Figueroa. He lost that. That's a good challenge there. This is another one. That touch a little bit strong by North at the very end, and Zuniga can clear. And we have a man still down after that, 2 men still down after that, those big challenges. And he is somebody saying that is Baudenbacher, I think, saying that he wants, that he needs to come off. Wallard will replace him, and the trainer is meeting him at the sideline. Something in the ankle or foot area. It's headed out. Up into the air. Wallard miscontrols. Schurter with a good challenge. Come back from BKU.
You're right, Gavin.
Doggart.
Here we go.
Spompinato. And he'll draw the foul. Doggart can loft it in. He trying to go for goal here would be extravagant. He is going to loft it over everybody, and they couldn't keep it in. The offside flag up anyway, or perhaps that flagged for a goal kick, whichever. It means that it's coming back this way. There's a lot of room in between the defense and the midfield for BKU because they are so far up the field. That is Orson Doggart, who comes in a little bit too strong. First yellow of the day for BKU comes just as we get to the hour mark. Next goal is critical. If BKU scores it, we're back in business in terms of having a game. If not, that will probably be all she wrote. 30 minutes left. Held up by Spompanato, but tackle comes away. Diagonal run in the box, and that is easily smothered by Aiden Duff.
Let him come, Gavin. Gavin, drop off. Cut out the midfield.
Zuniga. Doggart.
Shuttle across. Keep it in front of you.
Wallard. Past one man, didn't want to try the second. Probably the right decision. Doggart forward. Too far forward.
When they pass back, press that.
The feels like the stamina levels on BKU are starting to lower a bit. Looks like legs are getting a little heavier. They've done a whole lot of pressing and a whole lot of moving. And they might be running out of steam just a bit. That's poked out. Now they're going to have to defend with North running again. Schurter has to take that touch. Put up the sideline just a little too far. Good play there. But North starting to gather some momentum from a possession standpoint. That is right across the mouth of goal, a little bit too far. And Duff comes out, only punches, and what a save! He punched it into danger, but a great reaction. And he was able to palm it around the post. If you're looking for some more action this week, this weekend rather, got a couple of choice matches from the APSL Metropolitan Conference on for you.
Right shoulder,
Tomorrow, let's tell you about that after this corner. That's going to get flicked out. At 2:30 in the afternoon, it is New York International against Lansdowne Yonkers. I will be bringing you the match between Hoboken FC and Richmond County at 4. And at 7:15, this very Brooklyn United squad will be facing Westchester FC, who are down at the bottom of the standings at the moment, having lost their first 3 matches. That was a ill-advised switch from North, and now BKU can get themselves back on the front foot. Wallard. O'Brien.
Keep your balance front two.
O'Brien. Good ball in for Strauss-Figueroa. That got through a crowd, but Strauss-Figueroa couldn't come out with it. This one goes long. Duff is right there, gives it a whack. He's a little bit outside his box there. The ticking of the clock starting to get louder for United here. Duff easily claims that at his near post. Doggart. Schurter, good ball. And a good run by Smith. It's taken off of him. You wonder if he doesn't have quite the spring in his step. He did say earlier on in the half to his coaches, that conversation happened right in front of us, that he felt like he tweaked something. That ball, perhaps a hand from North, but no call. It's not going to hurt BKU yet. Doggart. Spompanato is wrestled to the ground. He goes quickly. Smith. He's got one of the goals. That cross is blocked behind. Brooklyn United with another opportunity here to try to cut into this lead. Doggart way over everybody. Zuniga trying to bring it back into the... And that is a foul against Dagan Waring.
When we got turned here, it's just because you mark too tight, right? Stay in, make them play in front, then you step out. If you step out too soon, they'll play down the channel.
Sock that one forward. Waring. Zuniga. Trying to push it forward. Spompanato. It's not where Spompanato would want to be. He wants to be more central. Getting the service that way. Doggart. 1-2 by Spompanato, but the last touch much too heavy. Punted high into the air. Headed down by Castellanos. Just a little bit too far for Smith. Schurter. Smith couldn't keep it. Had a man coming up behind him. Good tackle by Doggart, though. Doggart. Schurter. Moves through the winger. Schurter. Spompanato. Tries to get that inside. Right idea. He didn't quite have his balance, though, and the keeper will claim that one and boot it downfield again. A line drive kick. Took a strange bounce there, and O'Brien finally runs it down. And now Wallard trying to get on the back shoulder the way North have for a long portion of this match. And Wallard's going to be the one to take this kick now. They've been racking up the corners lately, and again, over everyone. Their last two have been delivered way long. Strauss Figueroa wins the header. Waring. Dagan Waring, still Waring in the corner. He's going to get a throw out of it. Doggart. That is over everyone trying to switch, and no one's going to get to that. And now changes for CFC North. That is at least 3, I believe. And another change for BKU. Quentin Smith has come off the field and he just collapsed in a heap. He is definitely feeling something. Schurter. Castellanos trying to pursue that one, might have over pursued a little bit. Good tackle by Waring to keep that from running through the lines. That is Noam Ulster jumping in quickly. That's a mishit by North's defense here. Spompanato trying to find Strauss-Figueroa. It was a little bit too narrow for him. And the throw-in is going to go to BKU. Spompanato, Strauss-Figueroa, Waring. Here's Waring, carrying it through. Waring going for the shot. It's blocked. Ricochet all the way out to Gabe Schurter. Schurter almost lost it. Now he did lose it. Good play, though, by Doggart to recover. Zuniga. Spompanato into the middle. He had Wallard there, but it's taken away. And now, again, that long ball on the counter. This time, O'Brien catches up. It's going to be a throw. Less than 20 minutes to go. The clock ticking with more volume every second.
Joe, talk to the backs and get this worked out.
It is chilly out here right now. And the wind has shifted and is starting to come through one of the unprotected sides of this field. Corner kick was not pleasant. Sometimes in this job you envy the guys that can move. That ball into the box. Brave goalkeeping by Duff. And a foul against the goalkeeper. Duff starts quickly. Strauss-Figueroa trying to press. Ball kept in, but intercepted by Zuniga. Spompanato. Spompanato down in the box again. Again, no call. Again, that's probably right. Defender had position there. Waring pokes that out for another throw. And that header.
What? What? Who?
Zuniga. Doggart. Looking for Spompanato, who is really dropping wide. It's not where you want a guy like Spompanato to be. Great tackle there.
Preston, go up front.
By
Gavin, right midfield, do it.
Otis O'Brien. It will go out for another corner.
When you recover, right back.
Just shy of 15 minutes to go. This goes short. Zuniga can't clear. And Zuniga caught his man. It looked like the referee was willing to let that slide until the assistant's flag went up. Zuniga definitely caught a chunk of him, though. This is where BKU are going to have to be tight. Rolled along the ground, miss-hit. Now a shot, and it's redirected and in. And with 15 minutes to go, this one looks all but over. 5-2. Brooklyn United.
See it out, Blue. Come on. Keep it tight.
Hit on the counter so much in the first half.
Squeeze, Preston.
Schurter. And the game has evened out a little bit here in the second half. They've still had the lion's share of possession. Ulster fighting to try to deliver one in. Easy catch. Wasn't really anybody in the way of targets to attack that ball anyway. Another high punt up toward the center line. And a foul. Zuniga chests it down. And Duff called for that one, but O'Brien went and claimed it anyway. Spompanato will leave the throw in for Zuniga. Backed up. Quincy Strauss-Figueroa starting that out. Ulster can't keep it. Doggart.
To your right, Reed.
Waring. Schurter. Wallard. Stays here.
Spacing. Gavin, back it in.
Doggart going long. Strauss-Figueroa. That incredible goal that he scored in the 28th minute. Seems like a memory now, the way this game has gone. BKU were so dominant in that first half, but they could not take advantage of that early enough. And that led to just a series of smash and grab goals for CFC North that have provided the difference in this game. Ulster. That's a Meg, but Waring couldn't hold that for a shot. Upfield, Castellanos clears it out. Three-goal lead for CFC North.
Tyler, read the situation. Stay under the ball.
There's a man completely alone. Good tackle by O'Brien.
Drop Tyler alongside Andrew.
Things don't get any worse. Spompanato and Zuniga miss hit. That is long, just enough of a touch by Castellanos to let Duff come out for it. Schurter. Dancing around. That cross is redirected. Zuniga. It looks like that's a good flick. Schurter over his target, and he is down, still down at the end of the play here, and this is not good. He is wearing a large brace on that right leg, on his right knee, and that is exactly where he just went as he went down to the knee, and he is coming off immediately. Diamond back out onto the field. Just hope that Gabe Schurter is okay. That did not look great. Zuniga. O'Brien.
Preston, get across, Preston.
BKU. Ooh, that one just flew past Spompanato's head. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. O'Brien, looks like O'Brien wants a long run up here. He does fire it into the box, but it's headed out. Doggart with a good play to run his man down. Can't get the pass to get through though. Spompanato. And that's going to be a goal kick. Zuniga coming up to try to win that. He does. Is Diamond. Wallard out to Diamond. Now Wallard again in the middle. Wallard. Took too many touches there. This ball goes out, but Duff is going to be there. He skews it though. We're in the 84th minute of this matchup. 5-2 is the score for CFC North.
Fill this gap, Andrew.
Somebody looks like they've lost a shin guard or something on the field that wasn't there a minute ago. Wallard trying to chest that down to Dagan Waring. He had a man there right in front of him. Tough day at the office for BKU today. Western United will be joined at the top of the table by CFC North. That's a nice backwards header there, but didn't have any power on it, and Duff's right at it. BKU will drop to third. CFC might actually end up in first place based on the number of goals they've scored today. Doggart. That was flicked out. Spompanato just hasn't had the ball in the box very much. It's really been out wide more than I think he'd like to be. Doggart. Strauss-Figueroa. Does he have another one? Nope. Not enough power. Zuniga heading that towards the middle of the field. Castellanos going to stride out from the back. And now there might be a hole. But that cross easily handled by Duff. Spompanato missed that one. Took an odd bounce off the turf there, but all the way back to Duff. Spompanato couldn't control. Waring trying to poke it away. Diamond does poke it away. Spompanato wide. Put his foot through that one. You could feel the frustration. Castellanos hit that one pretty flat. Two minutes left in normal time. We'll see if the officials add any more or if they want to try to get somewhere warm. I would not begrudge them that. With the game as it is. Long shot attempt there is blocked, and Ulster couldn't keep his feet. That one goes long. O'Brien. Sends that one into the box. Wallard, now a shot, goal! It's Diamond. It's a consolation at this point. But BKU have been fighting right up until the very end here. It's a good effort. It feels like only had 3 subs on the bench there. Might have just lost some stamina right at the very end. Strauss-Figueroa, unless maybe they can do something here and strike quickly. Doggart was trying to settle that down for a shot. It wouldn't stay. We are now in stoppage time. That ball headed out. Ulster. And we're going to have a last corner kick. Again, anything off of this will probably be a consolation goal, but leaving up the goal differential. And that is Strauss-Figueroa! Slamming that in near post. And the referee coming over to the assistant on the far side. It is a goal. And now the question is going to be, how long does the referee let this game go? A goal at 90, a goal at 90 plus 1. All of a sudden it's 5-4. And BKU looking to try to rally for a huge comeback, but North trying to stop it in its tracks. There are 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Here come North. That ran a little bit too wide. And that is going to do it. Looks like the referee deciding to go a little bit lower. A valiant last-ditch effort to get back into this one. It turns into a 9-goal thriller. But ultimately, BKU not able to get that last ball over the line. 2 goals by Quincy Strauss-Figueroa, including a certain goal of the month candidate. Quentin Smith and Will Diamond, the other 2 goal scorers. But they let the counterattack hit them a little bit too hard, a little bit too much. Our final score today from Long Island University is CFC North 5, Brooklyn United 4. I'm Sam Lopresti for Game in Frame. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you for our next matchup.